Hi, I'm Sadie.
And I'm Delaney, and this is Manhattan News Network.
First up, we sat down with Lance White at Bank of the Flint Hills to talk about the fundamentals of finances.
Here's Amanda with what he had to say.
Bank of the Flint Hills is a Kansas native bank with 8 locations that spread across 6 towns across north central Kansas. Lance is the president and CEO, and he supervises and leads over 70 employees across all branches.
This is Amanda Lorenz with Manhattan News Network. I'm sitting here with Lance White, President and CEO of Bank of the Flint Hills at their Manhattan location. So do you have any tips for teens who are wanting to start saving their money?
Best saving tips is probably start early. So it doesn't matter how much you save, but just getting started early is probably the key.
And what are some of your personal budgeting strategies?
Know what you spend before you're trying to come up with your goal. So track what you're spending your money on first, and then try to build a plan from there. So you got to know where your money is going before you can come up with any kind of a strategy of what you should change. So that's the first thing I always think of is, what am I spending my money on?
And what should teens start investing in now to secure a successful financial future?
There's lots of different things you can invest in. There's financial advisors out there that will give you advice. The stock market over the long run is usually a pretty good a place to put your money. If you're younger, you can be a little more aggressive, so you can invest in things that have a little bit more risk because you have time. As you get older, generally you take some of that risk off the table and try to invest in things that have a little less risk to them.
Can you give us a brief explanation of how credit works?
Credit generally starts with kind of a credit score. So on individuals, you get based on your performance and how you actually pay over time. So the better you pay your bills and the better that you manage your credit, the higher your credit score will be.
When you first start building credit, your credit score will be around 600, but as you get older and start implementing good credit characteristics, it will slowly increase.
If you put your credit score in terms of a grade, around 800 would be an A, 750 and up would be a B, 675 would be a C, and anything lower than that is not ideal.
Credit is based on risk, meaning the higher the item's price, the higher the risk. You can lower that risk by saving money and spending less than you make.
And how can teens under 18 start building credit?
The best way is with a parent or a co-signer that is over the age of 18. So banks aren't legally allowed to have a contract with someone under the age of 18, but you can have a contract with a parent and then have a student that's a co-signer on the note, and then you can report that credit experience on both.
Well, there you have it. Thank you so much, Lance, for joining us today. Back to you, Sadie and Delaney.
Thanks, Amanda. Coming up, we'll take a look at the Festival of Lights and the new drone light show that took place in Blue Earth Plaza here in Manhattan, Kansas.
But right now, let's go to Ellen with the weather.
Thanks, Sadie and Delaney. And now here's the weather for today. We're looking at a low of 20 with a high of 34 and light flurries throughout the morning, so drive safe, but they'll stop later tonight. And now here's the weather for the rest of the week. The average temperature is going to be in the low 30s with the highest being 41 on Tuesday and a chance of hail Wednesday night. Back to you, girls.
Thanks, Ellen.
That's all we have for today. This was Sadie and Delaney with Manhattan News Network.
Thanks for watching.